All right, well, we've got our water boiling. We are ready to go. We're going to start putting our sauce together. Got the overhead camera set up. We've got water going. The pasta's only going to take us about 4 minutes. So I'm going to get started on this. We will crank up the heat and get her going. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add our butter. And if you add a little bit of oil, oil will keep the butter from burning so quickly. So we want to watch what we're doing. We're going to go ahead. I got about a half a stick here. Now I'm making quite a bit of sauce here, but we're going to start with that and just see if that's a. Always remember, pay close attention whenever you're melting butter. If you're going to be cooking with it, if you're not cooking with clarified butter, you run the risk on burning the milk solid. So we'll keep a close eye on it. It'll be fine. We're going to add start adding our vegetables to it. This is going to be so quick, and it is so easy once you have everything together. You'll see I don't think we're going to cut anything. We've already got the butter starting to melt. That's a good thing. We've got our salt and pepper ready to go. When you're doing onions and mushrooms both, you want to add a little bit of salt because mushrooms are made mostly of water. We're trying to get rid of the water. So we're gonna go ahead and throw those in. We're gonna throw the onions in. We'll get those going first. Always onions first, unless you're cooking bacon. Bacon, that takes the longest. Look at here, and you'll see it because I know we're bouncing around from me to what I'm actually doing, but. We're going to wait for it to sizzle a little bit for it to pop. Okay, so if you look closely, you can see that she's going to start to bubble here, and I've got an eagle eye on it. Yep, there's the sizzle. Remember in the earlier videos I told you we cook with our ears, we cook with our nose, and we cook with our eyes. So that sizzle right there tells me I need to get something cracking in there. So here we go. We're going to add our onions. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Oh, it's like, my goodness, that looks like a lot of onions. Don't worry, they're going to break down. While I'm at it, I'll pull the water. If you want to salt your water, and I'll tell you why. You always salt your pasta water. I don't care what kind of pasta you're cooking, you got to. And one very important reason. It's the only time you're going to get to season the pasta. You put salt on top of it, it tastes like you put salt on top of the pasta. If you salt the water, world of difference. The whole dish, the seasonings, it doesn't stand out. It all blends together, and that's what we're going for. As you can see here, the onions are starting to break down a little. That's what we want. I'm using a reduction pan because I'm making a sauce. I could have done it in a skillet. It gave me an excuse to use my reduction pan, to be honest with you. I just think it's cool. I got a reduction pan. Yeah. If you don't worry about it. If you do, fantastic. But you don't have to have one. So, again, not necessary. Don't worry about it. All right, those are cooking up very nicely. I want to get this a little bit closer to being done before I throw the pasta in. I don't know if we're timing this or not. We probably are. I'd be curious to see exactly how many minutes it takes to fix this dish. I don't think it's going to take nearly as many as what we would think. I'm going to add a little bit more oil, and might even give the butter another little shot here, just because we're getting ready to go in with the mushrooms. And I hate that phrase, we're going to go in with this, go in with that. And darned if I don't use it. So, you know what? If you use it, good on you. If you don't, I hope I don't start a fad with you. I really do. But if you do, so what? Who cares? It's your kitchen. You fix it the way you want to fix it. Look how those onions are breaking down. You fix it the way you want to fix it. If you don't like mushrooms on this, well, you're going to end up with a pretty dry pasta dish. But if you like onions, you're gonna, or not onions, but mushrooms, you're gonna love this dish. All right, I'm adding, not going in, I'm adding the mushrooms. I'll get rid of this. I went ahead and I pulled out some cream because we are, the base of this, oh, you ought to smell this. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I went ahead and pulled out the cream. Frankly, I didn't want to fool with the carton while we're trying to film this. And I know it's going to go really quick, so I'm not worried about it coming to room temperature. We don't have to worry with that. So don't hate on me. It'll be fine, I promise. Gonna add a little bit more salt. Remember, we got to get the water out of the mushrooms. And I'll tell you something else you can do with this dish, folks. It's entirely up to you, but you can add some chopped up spinach. You know, if you're vegan, I got some dear friends that are vegetarians, and they're watching, and I think they'd appreciate it. Jeff and Dee, shout out. Anyway, if you are vegetarian, I think you'll enjoy this. If you're vegan, it depends on how strenuous you are in that lifestyle. Obviously, we're going to be using heavy whipping cream. We're already using butters, and that may not be something you want to do. So, if you don't, God bless. All right, I'm back. Look at that. Bada bing, bada bang. Time to add the cream. If you like, folks, you can, this would be the time that you could add a splash of white wine to this sauce. Gives it a different flavor. Truth is, I don't have any white wine, so not going to do the wine thing. Here's the thing. I shop at real stores. I buy real food. I take real shortcuts because that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what you do. That's what I do. You don't have to be a super chef to cook like one, but because you can, and I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you the techniques, the tips and tricks. That's what we do here. And you'll see this is going to be wonderful. That's cooking up real nice. We'll just let that simmer. We're going to reduce that. Rana. Mushroom ravioli. I can make ravioli. I don't have the ravioli maker. I can get one. It's not a problem. I know how to make my own ravioli. But why? If you come home from work, you want to put out a nice meal for your family, you can do it in 20 minutes. Again, this whole thing, maybe $12. It'll feed 4 easily. So, it's a good product. No, they're not a sponsor. Maybe someday, but I'm telling you about it because I use it and I like it. So, look how that's thickening up. Isn't that gorgeous? So here we go. We're in. We got 4 minutes, and then we'll plate. The sauce is reducing nicely. If you have a mind to, if you decide to, you can even add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to this. Don't know that it's necessarily needed, but it's up to you. If you like Parmesan cheese, and you want Parmesan cheese on your raviolis, use it. If you don't. It's going to be delicious. It's your kitchen. I will share this with you. I would encourage each and every one of you. You know, we've added the salt already. Wait to add your pepper until plating. Pepper is dried. You put it in something hot like this, it will expand. You don't want a bunch of BB size black pepper flakes messing around in your dish. It kind of takes away from what you're doing in the presentation. So just advice. You want to put pepper in now? It's your kitchen. You put pepper in. I won't be mad at you. All right. You know what we might do? We might put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it after we plate. Or just leave it to the individual to put the Parmesan on it. See how it's cooking down? And we put about a cup of heavy cream in here. And it's reducing down nicely. Hence the term reduction pan. The thing on the reduction pan, folks, in case you didn't know, they have a relatively small compared to the overall size of the pan. They have a small heat plate, so the heat is concentrated in the center. But it's big enough that it gives a very large surface area for the steam to escape from. So it reduces very, very quickly. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're going to take this and lid it. Our sauce is done. And we'll be back in just a second when we get her all plated up. We're ready to go. Believe that? Here it is, folks. Mushroom stuffed ravioli, mushroom, onions, and cream sauce, a little bit of fresh chives chopped across the top of it. 20-25 minutes tops. Let's see what we got here. Get a little bit of that sauce. This is going to be hot. There we go. Mmm. Mmm. Mm. Oh my gosh. You gotta try this. 12 bucks. Amazing. You gotta try this. All right. We love you. Thank you for coming to our channel. We appreciate you. If you like what you saw, ring the bell, subscribe, like it, put it on Facebook, tell your friends, share it with everybody. I'm telling you, you start cooking like this, you're going to get real, real popular if you're not already. If you are, you're even going to be more popular. Promise. All right. We thank God for each and every one of you. We'll see you next time.